Good morning. It's Jeffrey Cohen, Chicago Quantum. How are you? Today is May 2nd. By the way, it's my birthday today, May 2nd. It's pre-market. It's going to be a big day today in the markets. I think it's going to be a very important day. So before I get started, I'm just going to say if you want to chat, go ahead and type in your questions. I'm watching for them. Two is at the end of the video. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the comments below. Please, it really helps. And then you see that red button that says subscribe. Hit the red button if you like the video. That also helps us. And you get notified when we're going live again. So we're here to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. We're here to talk about equities. We're here to talk about fixed income. We're here to talk about a lot of things. I want to start off with a tweet. See? Like I said, it's my birthday. I want to start off with a tweet. And the tweet is... Pre-market U.S. futures are down. Okay, they're down. It's fine. So you see 184.72 for the Russell. You see 411.82 for the Spider. QQQ 312.71. Let's see how those go. Commodities are down, including West Texas Intermediate oil. So that's interesting because normally that's pretty bullish for the market. But all your commodities are down. Silver, gold, you name it. Bitcoin is flat. Bitcoin actually is up a little bit right now. I'm going to show you. And so, Bitcoin is just like people feeling like making bets. And so, all right, as of now, Bitcoin is not up. Bitcoin is down a little bit, but it's like 0.37. So it's not a lot right now. The other thing we notice is the U.S. dollar is up. It's way up. It's 105 and a quarter for a euro. I remember when it was $1.39. So just a good memory or a good shout out. The U.S. dollar is very high. The U.S. dollar is solid right now at 105.18. In fact, it's even stronger. Strong dollar means weak equity open. And so just to share that with you, that's a nervous Nelly kind of a situation for us. And then finally, the VIX is way up at almost 35. VIX at 35 is crazy. Crazy. Let's see if that's actually real, right? Let's go over to Yahoo Finance. They usually have a VIX ticker. Here it is. 34.72. It's up. Jeez. It's up 15%. So the VIX is peaking. So that means people are scared. This is the cost of the implied volatility of the options that you would use to hedge against a long equity, long S&P 500 positions. So the fact that it's going up means people are placing a lot of money into short or put type of bets. And, yeah. So I talked yesterday about the VIXY and the UVIXY. Just to show you what I'm talking about, right? These are leverage bets on the VIX. And so VIXY is something that a friend of mine uses. And UVIXY is another option. These are leverage plays, right? So when the VIX goes up, look at that. That's crazy talk. It follows the VIX and it moves. So, so again, VIX is up. That's not great. We don't like that so much. So is this a massive head fake in the pre-market? That's going to be the question for you today. And then do we trade derivatives, options, or common stock? Now, our model picks common stocks. We added in some derivatives just to see how they do. And I'm just going to give you the so what. TNY, which is the direction daily. Small cap bull 3 times shares. This is like the Russell. Russell 2000. It's a lot of small stocks, right? And you can see that it has that kind of plateau that the small cap index has. And now it's taken another step lower to 45.26. It's down again this morning. So that's one way to bet on the market going up and to bet on small caps leading it. So why would you bet on small caps leading the rally? Well, this is our up-run output. There's a lot in there. But I just want to show you in the beginning. So when we set up our market expected returns, we look at the actual returns excluding dividends, but dividends are like 1.3 down to 0, so not that material. So S&P 500 down versus last year at this time. I think that's the first time I'm saying that. The S&P 500 is now down for the whole year. Put your money in. Now, 1.32% dividend means you're not quite down. With dividends, you're up 0.7. Look at that Russell return. So if you want to bet on stonks, if you want to bet on stuff that's just down, the dead cat bounce, Russell looks good. By the way, the Russell means the TNA if you want that leverage bet going up. So I'm starting to figure out how this all works together. If you look at the QQQ down 7.5%, now this is a tricky one because the QQQ are stocks that should be good. These should be great stocks. Let's be honest. These are your top industries. And so I just want to show you, not that I ever like to give away the store, but let's give away the store for a minute. These are your individual stocks that were picked through our ratio. Now, it doesn't mean you should buy them, but it means that these are the top ones, right? These are the ones with the best risk return as individual stocks. And so I just want to point out QQQ, very high on the list. SPY and IWM. So any of the indices are fine. But take a look. Microsoft, Alphabet, Apple, right there at the top of the list, Broadcom. These are QQQ darlings, right? Nvidia. And so it doesn't surprise me that you would see QQQ being a pretty darn good thing to bet on. And if you look at the last day closing price versus average, Nvidia's down 19% versus the average over last year. So depending on what day you bought it, it's not like a year ago, it's the average for the last 253 trading days. Microsoft is down almost 6%. Alphabet's down 15%. Apple's up 3%. Apple. Broadcom's up 5%. So you're not looking at a QQQ that is up. You're looking at a QQQ that is down and crying. Right now, the QQQ versus the average price of last year, it's crazy. It's down 13.2%. Now, versus exactly last year, it's down 7.5%. But it's 13.2 depending on when you bought it. So the QQQ is like the land of bag holders here. You might as well be buying Corbis at this point. So I can see why people might like that. And so if you're one of those people that likes that and you think the QQQ is going back up, take a look at this leverage. ProShares, Ultra Pro, TQQQ. This thing is down to 36.50, 36.44 pre-market. You haven't seen hair on that dog like this since November of 2020. Can that even be right? It is. So you're buying QQQ at a super great discount right now, right? I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The question though is what's going to happen today? I mean, if the market drops, you're just buying a falling knife. If you're in the small caps, again, it's a falling knife. My advice has been fear of missing out is cheap. It's okay to miss out. So let's talk a little bit more. I had a whole bunch of stuff set up for you. So let's talk about the futures. Where are we in the market? Market opens in 15 minutes. So funny. The U.S. top 30 stocks, the Dow, is up 23 points. Tiny up. First off, I was surprised at the Nikkei last night. Wasn't really down much, wasn't really up much. Now, Europe, in the toilet. Europe's down 1.5%. Looks like the VIX has kind of recovered. But the Russell's down this morning, the NASDAQ, the S&P. I feel like this is a total head fake. Commodities, so oil's down, gas is up. Gold is down, copper's down, silver's down. We've been taking a look at silver. We kind of like silver as a way to bet into the rise of the market. US dollar's up. Just so interesting. Bitcoin has recovered. Bitcoin's up 2%. So fast money's moving around here. When we look at the world indices, the Hang Seng was up last night. The Shenzhen was up last night. Russia was up. I didn't know Russia was trading. Maybe that's an old reading. But, China's up. So the question is, China's up. That means your Chinese stocks are going to be up. But the VIX is up crazy. So, I don't know. I don't know if the market's going up or not this morning. And honestly, I don't think you know. I don't think I know. I don't think anyone knows. If you're going to make a bet, you might as well just be flipping a coin here. But I will say that this head fake that we saw early this morning is starting to peter out. S&P 500 futures are only down 0.05%. The NASDAQ futures down 0.13%. Russell's down 0.11%. This market is opening flat, which is always interesting. So let's take a look at some stocks we like. Let's take a look at... By the way, no one's posting any questions or comments. So, that's okay. But we were kind of hoping to get some. Forex is still there. We're going to take a look at those market into the open. So always interesting, Verizon. So Verizon for us is a bellwether. It's a 5% dividend payer by design. It's actually paying 5.5% right now because it's dropped a lot. It's a big money, big market cap, throws off a ton of cash, and has dropped like a rock from 55 to almost 45. So when we see that, we think people are pulling money out. People are cashing in their liquidity, not because they hate this market. How do you hate a 5.5% dividend? You don't. You do hate this stock because over 5 years, this stock has lost money for you a lot, right? This stock has just been down, right? It was up, it's down, it's up, it's probably going to fall down. So Verizon isn't really growing, but Verizon's solid. It's a household name. We have it. Where's my cell phone? It's on my cell phone somewhere. Right here it is. So we have Verizon. We like Verizon. It's expensive. Sure it is. It's good service. And you know what? When this thing hits 46, you start to think about it, right? Why did it go down? But really, it's just retracing it where it was in 2013. So it's flat money. But it paid you 5%, right? Nothing wrong with that. What else do we want to look at today? I'm just going to start shutting things down. Again, the futures going in. The Dow is up. The rest of the market is flat. So, IWM 185, QQQ 313, MSOS, Advisor Shares Cannabis. We are bullish on cannabis. The problem is that right now you're not getting high on cannabis stocks. Right now you're crying on cannabis stocks. You're starving to death. You can't make it. You won't make it on cannabis stocks. You will die a slow, painful death. Those things are in the toilet. But you know what? If you like small caps, you like cannabis stocks. They probably will go back up, and you probably will make a ton of money. It just got to be patient, right? And it's probably going to go down a lot more before it goes up again. So, XBI, we like to look at that. That is a biotech, small cap, risky stuff that's hard to even hold in your portfolio because it loses so much money. They have to keep selling stock. In a market like this, you can really sell stocks. And the S&P isn't really moving. So let's take a look again at our leveraged up bets. See how they're doing. By the way, TNA scored really high. So I don't know that this is... Oh, look at that. Popped up. People want to make those bets, those bullish bets. QQQ, TQQQ, recovering. So let's take a look at our canaries in our coal mines. Money managers. Look, if the market's going up, money managers make more money. That's a lot more green than there is red. Okay? So money managers looking good this morning. That's bullish for the market. Let's look at our efficient stocks. These efficient stocks, and I added TNA in there because TNA is very efficient money. Very efficient bet. But we look and it's kind of mixed pre-market, right? You know, a lot of these weird like JELD just showed up in our model, right? Price to sales ratio of 0.4. But you know what? Mixed. Half and half. So market, right, really lacking direction in the smart money. If I look at crypto and actual miners, down. Down. Crypto's up. Miners are down. Trucking. Pre-market. It's up. Cannabis. Again, you're a canary in a coal mine. When the market picks back up again, cannabis is going to scream higher. So you got plenty up here, but you got some down too. So again, pretty mixed. So then the last thing I'm going to look at is these are the stocks that really are the dogs. There's plenty down. A lot of your meme stocks are kind of down. Your high risk stocks are down. AMC is down. What's up? Oh, Green Giant, the meme stock of the century. BBIG, LGVN, MMAT. So these are, wow. Wow. So I'm going to leave you with this thought before the market opens. The stocks that are up this morning are the meme stocks. These are tough stocks. You want to be very, very careful when you play these stocks at the bottom because these are all very far down. They've got hair on them. GGE, BBIG, LGVN, MMAT, especially hairy. ARQQ, hairy. AMTI is hairy. FATH is hairy. And these are the stocks that are up today. So you know what? The memers are out in force. Buyer beware. And good luck in the markets today. So we do not have any position in the leverage bets right now. We are just watching the market. We believe fundamentally the market is going to drop, not go up. We believe that everything is going to be a little bit cheaper a week from now. And so we're willing to wait. We are fully invested, though, in 3 stocks. We are bag holding like crazy. And Corbis. AMS. SSMLP. And we are bullish on all 3 of those, although we are expecting to have to wait possibly a very long time to have to sell those stocks. Like a year, 5 years, long time. But we love AMS. AMS will pop. It will be at $3. SMLP, it's a steal at today's prices. A steal, a veritable steal, based on book value. CRBP is full of potential. Who knows when it goes up, but when it does, this thing's going to soar. You know, somebody recently bought 100,000 options for a nickel a piece for that Corbis to hit $1. So for $5,000, they control 100,000 shares until January next year. God, I wish I was that person. I don't want to throw good money after bad, but wow. And we take a look at the spider. The spider is not really moving, but it does look like it's coming up, which means I bet if we look at where the markets are right now, My guess is futures are going to be positive. So, one of the tweets that I made last night, oh yeah, green across the board. One of the tweets I made last night, one of your lessons learned with 4 minutes to go in the market. It's the head fake. So when you see markets down pre-market, especially certain stocks like meme stocks, or you see stocks really up in pre-market, it's a very cheap way to send a message, right? Because when the market's open, the market will decide. When it's pre-market, you got a couple of people, mostly retail or some shystery investment managers trying to flash a price, right? Like auction tit for tat kind of stuff. So just be careful when you see a lot of pre-market movement. Right now what we're seeing is the market is opening basically flat. So this is Jeffrey Cohen. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck in the markets today. I believe today will be a massive move. I believe today is going to be a day to remember. Today is May 2nd. If you like the video, leave a comment below. Say you like it, ask some questions, whatever. And that red button, subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps us. We do not get paid for making these videos, but it really helps us to know that you like it. And thank you very much. You take care. Good luck.